today, now the first for our series of breaking the silence. Sake of say the issue of gender-based violence, e choke, and the many people no know say the action where dem dey carry na act of gender-based violence, and e don reach time where we go stop to dey keep quiet. People where they suffer this thing, dem not fit to talk because of discrimination. Today, for our first episode for the series of breaking the silence on top gender-based violence, and to raise voice and to give voice to the people, especially our women and children, we get our mama for inside the house when not they keep quiet when it comes to issues of violence against gender. It no matter whether na woman or a man, but she must to talk and do am until the thing correct finish. That now the permanent secretary for the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, and Madam Hadiza M. Shiru. Permanent secretary, good morning this morning.
Good morning, Chief.
And thank you. Say, well, now nobody thank you again. Now to bless you for all the work where you do. Yes, and we also get the Director, Planning, Research and Statistics, Gender Focal Person for the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, that now our mommy, Mary Isa. Good morning this morning.
Good morning, Chief.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you for everything we're going to do for us on top of this work to ensure say everywhere is soft. You know, easy. And we get FIIDA, the PRO for FIIDA, that now women lawyers, where not they carry matter for gender to play. The PRO, the Hawa Saiti, she did here with us. Good morning this morning.
Good morning, Chief.
Maybe we start from the permanent secretary. Maybe we help us break and down. Waiting be gender-based violence.
Good morning, listeners, and good morning, the Crusaders team. Just like the phrase connotes, gender-based violence, it means violence perpetrated against a person based on that person's gender. And the most common form of gender-based violence, or the most widely known, is gender-based violence against particularly women and children. Even here in our locality, that is very common. That is not to say that there is no gender-based violence against men. It also exists. And that is why we are very grateful for this opportunity of breaking the silence, so that even the men can come out to voice out their feelings about the violence perpetrated against them. And this violence can be physical and can be oral. It can even be silent treatment, a psychological one. It exposes a person to both mental and physical torture. The physical torture, you can see it in terms of maybe wounds or scars on a person, but the mental torture is the one that is very, very terrible. People are not able to speak out. They go into depression. They even develop mental disorders just because maybe the society is forcing them to keep quiet. They are afraid of stigmatization. They are afraid of them say. So this opportunity is for them to come out. Their identity will be hidden. Nobody will expose their identity. They can come to Crusaders Radio Breaking the Silence every Thursday to report their issues. Other forms of gender-based violence include child abuse. It includes sexual violence, rape, or any form of molestation. It also includes psychological violence, medical, female genital mutilation, forced abortion, forced sterilization, early marriages, economic violence, hawking, street begging. There are so many. There are ones that we don't even know yet, but they are happening. So please, we are calling on our listeners. If you see something, say something and do something. And this is an opportunity for us to do something. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the permanent secretary. The focal person for gender for inside the Ministry of Women Affairs. Yes. Now, the permanent secretary don't highlight some things about this gender-based violence for the benefit of our people. You know, like, live and everywhere good. For the benefit, make we simplify and make people understand the different types of gender-based violence. and which ones the common pass for inside the society?
Okay, good morning, listeners. This very morning. The gender-based violence, as my permanent secretary has put it, can be in different forms. You can carry your mouth to abuse somebody. By the time you have a razor blade mouth, and that goes to women, husband talk before he finish one, you don't reach 20. You don't abuse your husband with that too. It's a form of gender-based violence. And then we have physical, whereby either a man or a woman will be beating the spouse or even another person, probably because of the gender. Now, it's noted or known that men are much more stronger than women, except in few cases. So by the time you see the man partner beating, every now and then it's seen as physical violence because the man is stronger. But we have a few cases whereby women that then they beat men. It they happen, whereby the woman will partner beat and well. If you ask the woman, he say at that time in sense go come back. The man know they hear what, because that they keep quiet. I bet make the man no keep quiet, especially if the man no dey fault to no get fault. I they beg you now. And then sexual violence. That one is very, very common also. And sexual violence are in different categories. It could be from intimate partner. When we talk of intimate partner, it be like the person, husband or wife. Then we get rape. We also have other ones. By the time your person say, because I know say this one go bring trouble small, because when your husband dey, your wife dey, and the husband won't make the wife come, the wife say, "Yeah, I beg now," and the husband force himself. That one can be seen as rape. I don't say
they're not going to see him as say the woman now they deny the man. That not be violence. Denial.
Violence. It gets that way it will be violence, because if it is an intentional denial, then it can be a violence against the man, which is intimate partner violence, and it is not good. And against a woman self, where the man go say, "I beg, I don't time," and I know say now I come back from farm. I beg, make I rest more. At least when Asuba come now, we go. He said, "Sam, now I need them."
I did tell you, I did hurt.
So those are small issues that we may not see as violence, but they are still issues of violence. Any form of brutality, hardship, any kind that anything you are doing and it's not right. And then these small children, where they walk, as my madam don't talk, small pikin wey suppose dey school, you carry orange, groundnut, put for your hair, say now you go fend for yourself today, pure water, go sell come.
That one too na violence.
Correct violence, oga chief. Correct one. So the people wey dey do am, we get vehicle. If no be say the vehicle don't spoil, we dey pray make government give us another one. If no be say the vehicle don't spoil, na so we dey follow street by street, dey pick them back until their parents come to get them. As you dey see street begging, so it's also a form of littering the street and violence, because
that one choke for this town.
It really choke, oga chief, because some people are underage and they are begging around. Their parents will send them to go and beg, and they will be seated at home. Some will be leading their parents that are not even blind, but in the name of having pity. A lot of small issues that people may not see, but they are cases of violence.
Okay. Make we talk to the lawyer already inside the building, the PRO for FIIDA, Sayuti Esquire. This gender-based violence, where they happen now, what be the causes, the root causes of them?
One, ignorance. Secondly, poverty. Thirdly, religion, interference, cultural interference. Those are the few ones that are the causes of this gender-based violence.
And how it take impact individuals and the society in general? No, so I be lawyer and I see all these things every day.
Well, even as I'm talking to you, I have missed calls already now, and there's a matter in Rafi local government. I got a voice note last night that a girl underage was raped by a man of 7 children.
Father of 7 children.
Father of 7 children, and they were not aware of the pregnancy until when the pregnancy was 5 months.
True.
And as it is now, the girl has given birth.
Mm-hmm.
But the family now, they are trying to like, please, we don't want our family to be exposed. Let them just marry the girl to the man. And the girl, she's not interested in the marriage.
How old is the girl?
She's about 15.
And the man?
The man, I don't know, but he's an elderly. He should be an elderly.
Father of 7.
Father of 7.
Yeah, girl for 7 children.
Yes.
Even if my from 7 women, say him not be picking.
So you see, the culture that I'm talking about has already come in. They are now talking about society, the cultural. Please let us asiri. By the time we talk now, our family name will be spoiled, stigmatization, all those things. And religion, they say, when they talk about religion, they say, she have already given birth, and the man said he's interested in her. They should just marry her off now. They should marry her off, and even the parents, they stood their ground. They said yes, they want to marry her off, and the girl now runs to this woman now that she don't want. And the
girl at 15 will be secondary school age.
Yes, she's just in just 3 or so.
It's forced marriage.
Yes.
So
you see this kind of things. And when you talk of forced marriage also, like in zone A, it's very, very, very common in zone A. And they will now tell you that
more common in zone A.
More common in zone A. And they will now tell you to some extent that a father, we handle most of the cases in child rights. They will come and tell you that they have the right to marry off their children. The Quran gave them that right without even knowing
who the husband to
be is. And this Quran they are even talking about, they don't know much about it. They will just until you even educate them.
Now the part will favor them and interest them and then just collect.
So that is the problem. That's the problem. The cultural.
Now this one will make me want to ask the question. Say, what will be the legal and policy frameworks where they around this gender-based violence?
Well, we have laws. We have child rights laws. We have violence against persons laws. We have penal code. We have administration of criminal justice laws. All these laws, they are put in place to tackle these issues.
Yes.
But they are not working. Reason being that these victims, they are not interested in most of the matters. By the time, even this matter I'm talking about now, by the time we get across to them now, they will be adamant about it. They will tell you that please, Mumbai Shida Allah, we are not interested. So how will these laws work?
Permanent Secretary.
Yes, sir.
Now, all of these things where we talk now, you authority, you be for this area. You not get waiting government fit do. Even when the people where they involved, the victims or their families say we're not interested, you not get the way government fit knock like for ground say this thing we must punish somebody for this.
There are always 2 sides to a coin. Now, our lady from the law has just said it. If there are no evidences and people are not coming forward to testify, to speak out, there is nothing the law can do or the government can do. But what we are doing as a ministry is to ensure that we counsel the victims and make them understand that they are abused. But the most unfortunate part of all this is the fact that even most of the victims themselves don't even know that their rights have been trampled upon. That is a major challenge because most of the victims, are uneducated. They don't even know their left from right. You people brought up a case about a month ago and we took the girl. We tried to explain to her, but even our interaction with the girl has shown us that this girl doesn't even know that, she doesn't even know what her rights are in the first place. Talk less of even believing that her rights have been trampled upon. So we have that issue. But any case that comes to us, we try as much as possible with the help of security agencies to see that this case gets to a logical conclusion. You see that most of the time when these cases come up, we are ready to do what we can do within the confines of the law, the established laws. All the laws have been domesticated in Niger State. But the victims themselves will not want to testify. You take days, sometimes months, sometimes even years in trying to make these people to come up and talk. But let's not forget that evidences related to gender-based violence, they fade with time. And when you go to court, you need to exhibit these evidences, and that is where the challenge is. By the time you finish convincing these people, let them agree to certain things, this evidence might not be there. Like if there is a physical, maybe a scar will appear, but it will not be fresh. And at that time that you need to really take pictures and collect your evidences together, the victims might not be willing. And the law works with with evidences, and that is why there's a kind of slow dispensation of justice. But every necessary tool to ensure that justice is made or served is available, and the state is doing all they can do to see that that thing is done.
Okay, all these things now, as we move forward for inside this series of breaking the silence, we go open up some of these things, make people forget understanding. But for those people now where they listen and where they hear, make we briefly tell them some of the consequences where this violence they get on top the victims in the now and later.
Okay, I would like to speak this in Hausa. In an ci zarafin mutum ko mace ko namiji ko babba ko yaro, in bai yi magana ba, bai fito ya nemi haƙƙinsa ba, abubuwa da yawa sukan iya faruwa da shi a nan gaba. Na ɗaya misali, kamar yarinya ne aka yi ma fyaɗe lokacin ta bai kai ba, ko zama aure zai zo ya mata wuya. Wataƙila ma ta samu wani cuta a lokacin, ko wani wa'yansu abubuwan jikinta sun ɓaci. In ba a mata gyara a lokacin ba, a gaba wataƙila ba za ta iya zaman aure ba, wataƙila ba za ta iya haihuwa ba, wataƙila ma maza ba za su ba ta sha'awa ba. Haka ma maza suke. Idan ana ta bayyana musu wa'yansu abubuwa da ba su da kyau, shine za su tashi kamar namiji, yaro zai tashi ga maman shi tana sa kaya nono a waje, yana kallo, zai tashi ba wuya zai je ya yi ma mutane fyaɗe, kuma wannan ba laifin shi bane. Saboda haka mutane kar su kalli abun da yake faruwa a yanzu, amma su kalli abun da zai faru da waɗannan mutanen a nan gaba. So that's what I would say. The consequences might not be immediate, they might be futuristic. So to avoid the futuristic consequences that might not be redeemable at that time, people should please speak out. We have our Rayuwa sexual assault referral centers. We have in Borgu, we have in FIIDA, we have in Suleja, we have in Minakwantagora. People can go there and they can speak to the personnel in confidence, and their identities will not be shown. Please, muna kira ga jama'a, duk inda ka samu irin waɗannan abubuwan, ba za a bayyana sunanka ba, ba za a bayyana inda kake ba, kuma Allah ya yarda za a kwato maka haƙƙinka. Thank you. Okay.
So like I talk on these things, we will open them up as we progress inside the series where we do. To the focal person, plenty people not agree come out, and the reason not plenty. The reason they say if they come out, one, their face will show. People go cast them. After them talk finish, who go send them? Nobody will get their time. So the question be say, any kind of support services there and resources they available for these survivors of gender-based violence?
Oh, that one a big one though. Okay. And I do say some people no one come out talk, although the best thing be say no matter how come out talk. One of the big support services we have is especially for women. Sorry, I didn't miss and picture.
Well join.
Especially for women. We have our colleagues here in the studio. That is the Federation of Women Lawyers. This one na one big group wey dey help fight cases for young girls, young women, even adults, especially the vulnerable ones, those wey no get the power to fight the case for themselves. That one na big support service. Why did I say so? If you come out and you think your opponent has one big lawyer, there are bigger lawyers here, females, they are ready and good to go to help out in all cases of violence. As we dey road dey come this morning, somebody called me and my oga here, we just dey gist and we dey discuss. We say talk, the person say he don carry the matter go one magistrate place. Say no problem, na FIIDA dem go help you. The case still dey go now. In fact, cases dem plenty like that because they're ever ready to support. And then the Rayuwa SAG wey dem mention earlier on, that place, if there is a case of sexual violence, let's say rape, no matter how little the child is, no matter how big the person is, the person should just run to the nearest center, that hospital wey get that Rayuwa. It is now for that Rayuwa dem go do the treatment, at least the testing, the medicine wey dem go give for that time free. That one na one support service, but na the one wey come big, na that one no go fit handle. But the bottom line is, don't keep quiet. Don't keep quiet. Speak out, whether you be man or woman. No allow your wife or husband kill you. Speak out. Concerning empowerment, the ministry dey try to some extent, because somebody wan live, you no get money, you no get shop, you no get business, you no dey work, and the husband no dey give am food chop. How the person go do? Na to empower the person, say okay, go learn wetin you wan learn. Say I dey find master before, na money I no get. Okay, the small shikini money wey the ministry get, dem go establish am. Oh yeah, begin dey do your master. But na the person wey say he wan big shop, he wan do one big, na him be the problem. Supermarket, na there problem dey, because na the small one wey we get, we dey distribute for almost everybody wey get this problem. I know more, we all know say the government dey try, but the resource no dey to go around for everybody. The little empowerment that is being carried out for people that are available in the little way. So empowerment are going on, but then that is not denying the fact that survival fund is still a big issue for us to tackle, because we need to have that fund on ground so that these people that are being depressed will, after counseling, because that is one big thing again, they are being counseled so that they will come out of this trauma, they will come out of this depression, they will come out of these suicidal thoughts. All these are aftermaths of these violences. Some will sit down and be thinking, should I just kill myself? And some will eventually kill themselves. Some it leads to death. Some it leads to dropping out of school. Some they will not perform again very well in their classes. And then, violence, it goes on even in schools, even in classrooms. The teachers, some of them are violating these children, not only sexually, but even verbally, emotionally, academically, and so on and so forth. By the time you start comparing two children, what do they call it? Olodora, but the rest clap. We are making they sing. Shaming. That thing they kill children. Teachers are beg. Those who never know, make them know now. Okay. You are not helping the child. Thank you.
In addition to what she has just said, we also offer custodial services where we can take the victims into safety for a particular period until the person is psychologically okay. Then we'll take the person back to their own communities. Okay,
make we ask the lawyer where they inside. We just talk with them talk where we don't talk here now. How this gender-based violence, sexual and gender-based violence, they affect the rights of the people?
Well, in the first place, they don't even know that they have a right. Left alone to know that the rights have been violated. And that is the problem. They don't even know that they even have a right. That is my answer.
Okay. Well, anytime, anywhere where you do, as we talk over here, now na time to break the silence. Not keep quiet. If you hear something or you see something, talk something. Like the woman who carry complaint come yesterday. We will follow up on this matter. And you see, it will be like say it not hard. It's simple. All you need to do is to talk. Point finger. And each time you bring report come, your identity is protected. Because for us, for here, now one thing we always talk and put for here, we say, the person where they give us information, we self will not know. Not to think about the information itself. Waiting important now, say the information where you they give, is they correct? Na fact, na the truth, and it will help somebody life for somewhere. Simple. Talk, not keep quiet. You hear now the different types of violence. Person where carry tomato or pepper put for a pikin head, say make he go sell for street. You know correct. Now part of violence against that pikin, and now infringement. I don't know what that means, but now infringement on top the pikin rights. You know understand? Person where they beat pikin anyhow because pikin no wash plate, you beat. He get one picture where we see last week, one video of one pikin where them even reach down to her private part, then don't burn am. Those kind of things, not keep quiet. If you see person where they beat pikin anyhow, person where woman where they talk to her husband, sake of say maybe because the man money not be anywhere, that will not be the reason why he go disrespect the woman or disrespect the man. Person where they might handle the wife, not be until the wife herself report. If you see him, make you talk, because they say see something, say something, you go save somebody life. Now so that may take be, and our telephone lines always be open. You fit to reach us anytime. Telephone number where you go call now 081 40,000 360. Who day for we radio telephone this morning? Hello. Good morning this morning.
Good morning, Chief. We are speaking with Comrade Ahmed. I'm calling you from 123 quarters.
Okay.
I welcome the Permanent Secretary, Director, and PRO FIIDA to the studio this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief, I think I have a very important question. We are, you and I, we have underage girls running about in a metropolis and other places. You see them going around, I think they have name they call them, is it this OER or what did they call them? I think, I don't know what the ministry is doing pertaining to those kind of underage girls. You see them, most of them, in fact, they don't sleep at home. And I think from that, they will indulge into social vices. So I don't know what the ministry is doing just to cope with that menace. Then secondly, the issue of rape, I don't know what is happening within the these days. People are into raping underage children. I don't know. Is it if you are not married, I think as a mature person, you know where to go and have your why are you raping underage children? I think we need to take this off with you.
Okay.
That's the only thing I want to say this time. I'm not happy.
Thank you very much. In the talk about this Oya people.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, Permanent Secretary. Highly welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Good morning.
This is MDL from Papua.
Okay, talk to us.
Permanent Sec, I have two observations I want to bring to your notice, and I welcome the remaining guests to the studio.
Thank you.
You're highly welcome. One of the observations I want to bring, Permanent, for you to stay in the ministry, you are observing all these reports being brought to your office. I don't think that will be possible most of the time. One thing you need to do as a PAMSEC and likewise those directors, you should take all this sensitization to most of our market and some. I know you people have been up and doing, but you need to do more, because in terms of sensitization, you understand, you're supposed to take it upon you people, so that at least people will know what is going on within our society and the abnormalities that we are facing on a daily basis. Most of these things that you are seeing, PAMSEC, a lot of people don't even know, you understand, this kind of things that is going on. So So it's that time you channel people from the ministry so that they will go to all markets and all places, you understand, so that they can let people know this abnormalities that is going on in Hausa and other languages, so that they will sensitize people, so that people will know once this kind of situation is happening, they have a proper channel, you understand, to go and report all these kind of cases and issues. I must commend people for a job well done. That's my tip for now.
Okay, thank you very much. I see we must respond to you. Say, now the reason why we don't come with breaking the silence, because we must talk. Plenty people as you talk and no, and we don't take them on top of our head to say this na fight where we must to carry. Because if not be you, it dey affect, then it dey affect you. Any which way you dey involved, because as long as it be part of the society, you are part of the matter. And now all of us get the responsibility. Any point in time. See, from today self, make we declare open for here. Say, no matter where concern gender-based violence, now him be the only matter where we feel they talk about central bank. You call inside, you talk, we go stop that matter listening to you for here. Now the only matter where it will override any other matter where we discuss. And anytime during the course of any of our program, you fit to call in. You fit to bring them in. No matter what we dey talk, if sexual and gender-based violence matter come in, we go pause the talk, face am, because it don't reach time where we go take this responsibility. And all of us need to be responsible. Make we take another call, and then we will come respond to some of them. Hello?
Hello, Chief. Good morning.
Good morning.
First time caller from Calabar.
I no get Bella for ring for you. From Calabar?
Yeah.
Talk to us this morning. Let me say, watch us for Facebook. Network for Calabar not good.
I tell you.
You don't come from Calabar. Calabar. Hello?
Hello, good morning, Chief.
Good morning.
My name is Adisa from Okada Road.
And the Adisa Luko, good morning.
Good morning, thank you. And I welcome all your guests in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, one of question I want to ask. Among all the violences, the physical, the emotional violence, and the psychological violence, and the then many, which of them is the worst of all? My question be that.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Yes.
Okay, Adisa, thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Make we respond to some of the calls where we don't take. Firstly, person talk about this Oya people. They say they get plenty underage among them. Barrister lawyer.
Yes, Oya have been in existence in this for more than 5 years now. And they are not even underage. They are not underage. There was a time they had issues and they brought themselves to court. I was opportune to be at Chief 1 then. They have issues within themselves, and going by my observation personally, they are not underage. Most of them they are 18, 21, 22. Yes, and it's an association. To them, it's an association. They have their mark, they have their rules and regulations. I think during that time, one of them violated one of their rules and they had issues and they brought themselves to court. So they are not kids.
But you know, the talker say smoke. Anywhere where you see smoke, fire. Yes. Not far. If they don't talk, say underage, they among them. You not sure say if you look well, you go. Because now, these days now, you go see 14-year-old Pekin, you go think say na 21. Yes. You go see 16-year-old Pekin, you go think say not 25. You go nearly call auntie.
Before now,
they don't
before now, those they have mark. They have this mark on their forehead, black, and you can easily identify them before now. But as soon as people started identifying them, they now devise another means of identification. So I don't really see them much like I used to see them. And each time, even I come across, I used to ask, "You are Oya?" And they will start shouting, "No, I'm not Oya." You understand?
That's so what we start to.
So what we just need is sensitization, and we don't even know where they are. We don't know them. Because they are in many as in different places. Metumbi, Ongwandaji, they are in different areas. So we don't really know where they are. Most of them don't even live with their parents anymore. Yes.
They don't break out.
How do we locate them now?
We don't know where to locate them.
Again, then person Auntie Adisa Luko, I'd say of these types of violence, which one na him be the most dangerous one?
There is no violence that is not dangerous. When violence is meted out on somebody, you never know the extent of damage it has done to a person. So somebody might be molested or sexually abused severally, and somebody might just be beaten. And the level of damage on the person beaten might even be more on that person. So it's an individual thing. But if she's talking about the commonest forms of violence, we'll say is rape and child abuse. We'll say that. But to now use a yardstick to judge which one is the most dangerous, we cannot say that. Each of them are dangerous, very dangerous to the individual. And most of the victims might never ever outlive this issue, and that is the danger. So whatever it is, this child that has been abused with her private part burnt and all this, how do you think she will grow into? Then a child that has been sexually molested several times, and the person becomes so used to sex that she doesn't see sex as anything. She even looks for it because she has been pre-exposed to it several times. What do you do? It's not her fault that she has become so loose like that, because she has been abused severally. She doesn't know her right. She needs sex. She looks for it. So there are several issues. It's a complicated issue. We don't have a yardstick to measure which is worse than any, but all of them are bad and terrible to the victim. The effect can never be, you cannot even exhaust the limit to which this effect can go. Like we went for a meeting, and I was talking about this issue of children being raped by their children and the rest of them. So the woman said that it's even from Lagos, that they have a 5-year-old girl that when the mother is bathing her, she'll tell her mommy to insert her finger here, insert her finger here, because somebody is used to doing that, and she's beginning to enjoy it, and she doesn't see it as an abuse. How old is she? So the effects and consequences are immeasurable.
Focus question. Will I say you want to add something put inside this?
It's just that to most people, one thing leads to another. The people that are abused, as my guy don't talk am so, and those that are on the road walking, those that are out of school, those that are receiving physical beating and the rest, almost all are having emotional torture, psychological trauma. So when you look deeply, you see that almost everyone within this within the violence circle are suffering inside, inwardly. Whether they speak out, they refuse to speak out, they are suffering inwardly. So the Madam Coco that has probably might have been looking at it towards that way. When you think of it, why is it that somebody will just get up and say, I beg, make her just end themselves? And no fit live for this world again. What are they live for? Recently, somebody called, and it was just a language. My pastor said, please go and pick her. She was taken to hospital. After that, she was discharged, and after that, she said, we called, where are you? She said, I'm so please don't come, don't worry. I don't even know why I'm leaving. She said, no, please go and pick her.
We'll collect her sharp.
That's how we collected the lady.
Okay.
And everything is in order now.
Make we enter, and now so now him will continue to do. Make una not fear to bring on our voice. Our time for today, we don't finish, and we need to pack our car come up from inside the studio now. But make we thank the Honorable Permanent Secretary, very very honorable, and from Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, that is now our mommy Hadiza M. Shiru. Thank you very much. And to Madam Mary Isa, the Director of Planning, Research and Statistics, and the Gender Focal Person for the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development. Thank you very, very much as well. And the PRO for FIIDA, that is now Women Lawyers, Hawaii Aya Sayuti, Esquire. Thank you very much for the time where you take up. We will continue this discussion, and if we continue on top of our social media handles, and we go share, make una for continue to hear. Next week, we will continue this matter, and we will talk on top domestic violence, signs, effects, and support services. Until then, my name is Otache. Make una remember, break the silence.